What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Geeks and Company. My name is JS. That's my buddy Rob. That's right, it's Con Crunch again, and we're going to Comic-Con.
Yes, first time at Comic-Con.
Well, it's not our first time at Comic-Con.
First time was the Geeks and Co.
First time was the Geeks and Co. with an official booth at Comic-Con, so we are actually building sets. Now, we're going to have a bunch of people come through Comic-Con. We're going to try to show you our path to Comic-Con in maybe weekly episodes of what we're working on that week. This week, we're working on the pillars. That's right, we're building some stone pillars for, I don't know, a prop set of some sort that we'll be able to take pictures in. So, as you can see, we've built some...
Like the frames, they're the frames of the pillars.
Wood frames.
The key to these two is making them so that we can take them apart easily and put them back together so that we can transport them.
Yeah, that's going to be very, very important, is being able to, on the fly, zip them together, zip them apart. That's why everything is nuts and bolts that can be taken apart into small pieces. The stone of the pillar will be some good old pink insulation foam. So these are going to act as our stones or bricks or whatever you want to call them. So tonight we're actually going to be cutting some foam, carving some foam, making this look like stone somewhat. And then, you know, as we go along, we're going to keep showing you sneak peeks of what we're doing. So stick with us. This should be a good time.
What happened?
Oh, the dust went down my shirt. I can feel it tickling. Oops.
So after doing a lot of the rough sanding, you know, we're ending up with a lot of really weird texturing here, which from over here looks great, but up close looks a little mashed up. So what we're doing now is we're taking some 200 grit sandpaper, and we're just going over all our carving here just to smooth it all out and make it look nice and smooth. Just want to make a point that we're sanding the last two pieces here, and then we're done the shaping of the edges of the rock. After that, it'll be attaching it or figuring out how we're going to attach it to the structure, and then finishing. So painting and plaster and logos and emblems and designs and so on and so forth. So this is moving along. I mean, there's only a couple weeks left until Comic-Con, so it has to move along. But all right, I guess it's week 3 now, and man, Rob's been moving quick on this. We've already got magnets now behind our panels. Again, the idea with these towers is that we want them to be able to come apart easy, so we can carry them flat in our cars, and then just assemble them once we get at the show. So we tried a bunch of different, or I should say Rob tried a bunch of different glues to make sure that we could glue the magnets, that we could glue pieces of foam together. Word of advice, contact cement, super glue does not work with, what is this again? Polystyrene?
Polystyrene.
So don't use any very highly chemical type of glue. That being said, epoxy seems to be fantastic. PL also works, or any kind of construction adhesive also works, but it's kind of wonky. It's not super solid. Epoxy obviously is going to be extremely solid. And the idea is these are just magnets, right? And then you've got your panels, and when you get to the show, you build a structure, put your panels on, they magnetize, you get to go. So this is pretty good. So right now, what we're doing is we're using these. What are these called?
Steel strapping.
Steel strapping. There you go. I think it's originally meant to hold like pipes and stuff, and then you wrap that around the pipe and screw it in or whatnot. I don't know. It's strapping. We're using it to magnetize to the wood, so we're screwing little strips where our magnets go. Boom. And then our panels hold in place. And then it gives us a little bit of adjustment up and down and sideways and left and right, so that when we get to the show for our little cracks here and there, we can adjust that on the fly. So we're going to finish getting the magnets and getting this one built. By the end of today, this one should be fully assembled.
That's the goal.
And then maybe I should show. Do you want to grab some of these? By the way, we find ourselves in Rob's office. Yes, that's right. We've left the shop and we've moved inside. It's been like minus 38 over the last couple days. So even though today is actually plus 4, we're still gonna stay cool, stay warm. So yeah. So our panels. And you want to grab that actually, so I can back up and show it. So each of our stones will have different emblems like that we're 3D printing. We've got a bunch of Predator ones. We've got a bunch of, well, that's an AVP one, so Predator again. I mean, we've got a ton of stuff. We've got Black Panther stuff. We've got more Alien stuff, more Xenomorph. We've also got like Star Trek stuff coming, Wonder Woman, Batman. Like there's going to be the Geeks & Co logo.
Geeks & Co.
So there's going to be a bunch of symbols and stuff that look like they're carved in the stone on these panels or on these pillars. So yeah, so that should be cool. So we're working on that now. We're going to finish gluing magnets and attaching the strapping. Is that what you called it?
Yep, steel strapping.
Steel strapping.
Steel strap all the way up. And the sides, we're going to glue magnets on here, and that should take care of all of this for today.
Yeah, there you go. So hopefully by the end of today, at least this one should be fully assembled and ready to glue our emblems and then paint. So it's moving along. Things are moving along now. We are obviously back at Rob's yet again, printing some more emblems that are going to go on our panels. As you can see, we've got panels all over the place that have got emblems glued on them and drying. Let me see if I can switch to this. So our towers are essentially now done. Now, obviously, there's panels missing because, again, they're all over the place. But the tower itself, or the towers themselves, I should say, are done. So things are moving really, really well. I've also been playing with our actual stone finish. All right, just to clarify what I'm doing here now, yes, it's not proper. I was testing drying it with the heat gun. That's why the cracks, and then I smudged it with my fingers myself. Again, don't worry about that. This is what it's going to actually look like. What we're actually doing here is we're sealing the foam with just regular diluted Elmer's white glue with a little bit of water to seal the foam nice and proper so that our paint actually not only sticks but doesn't get sucked into the foam. And then the texture and paint are literally just sand and paint with a little bit of diluted glue as well to give us this rocky-ish texture.
It's the resin, part A, part B. Mix it up for a minute.
Oh, it smells just as bad as the Gorilla Glue.
Yeah, it's the stinky stuff for sure.
Now, folks, you don't need to cover the whole back of this. To be honest, the epoxy should hold very, very, very well. As long as it's strategically placed, that shouldn't be going anywhere.
You want to get enough of it held down so it doesn't accidentally catch on something and rip it off either.
There you go. Then I'm going to put some weight on that, wait an hour, and it'll be good to go. Now that's the advantage of the epoxy versus the construction adhesive, is the epoxy is a 5-minute set, 1 hour cure.
Yeah.
So in an hour, it'll be fully cured. And that's it. I'm going to keep going, do more.